Why don't your mixes sound like hit recordings? Stick around and we'll find out. We all don't have access to big studios or thousands of dollars to spend for construction to build one at home. So this got me thinking, would the right set of monitors play a huge role in that? Find out how these new KRK monitors will help you mix like a pro. And a fun fact, if your room isn't treated properly for acoustics, you're gonna have a hard time mixing accurately. Luckily, these new Generation 5 Rokits come packed with a ton of onboard EQ shaping tools to help you dial in that perfect mix, adjusting to any room you put them in. As you can see, they come in 3 different sizes. We've got a 5-inch driver, a 7-inch driver, and for those that want a little bit more bass and volume, we've got an 8-inch version here as well. Now, what's new is gonna be 3 voicing modes. We've got mix, focus, and create. Mix, just like it sounds, flat response, great for mixing, mastering, and critical listening. Focus mode, now that's gonna be for instrumentation and vocals. It's gonna bump and accentuate those mid-range frequencies. And then last, we have the create mode. That's gonna be great when you're just tracking, creating beats. It's great for just casual listening as well, a real inspirational mode. And we have new KRK transducer designs for improved response and accuracy. Now with these new models, you're gonna get bi-amp Class D amplification. That means you've got a separate amp for the woofer and a separate amp for the tweeter. That's gonna create more headroom, dynamics, and it keeps operating temperatures down for perfect consistency through long sessions. Okay, let's take a look at what's in the box here. Got a double box going on here. Let's turn it upside down so I can kind of get that out easily. Okay, here we go. And piece there, we're in. So right on top here is the manual. That'll help you with setup and understanding the specs there. You can also scan that QR code on the back. So right on the top here, you'll notice we've included some cool foam wedges for you, isolation foam pads here. You know, if you're using it on a stand or on a desktop, that's gonna help with decoupling and isolating, helping with the low end as well. And if you notice, there's 2 pieces, so you can decide on what angle you wanna, have that speaker come at you there for the ultimate perfect listening level for that acoustic access point, which is between the tweeter and the woofer there, this area right here. We've also included an extra set of grill face plates. Now that's gonna be super cool because they do ship with what you see here, which has got a little more protection on those drivers there. But you've also got this other piece where it's got the more traditional look of having that exposed transducers there. So you just pull from the corner here, pull from that side, give it a little support here at the top. That just easily comes off. And then you can swap out if you decide. Now remember, these have no change to the sound quality at all. Easy fit there, look at that. So you've got 2 different looks, real cool. And then of course, last but not least, we've also included an IEC cable here at the bottom, so you can plug these bad boys in and start mixing. So let's take a look at the front panel. We've got a 2-way bass reflex configuration. The woofer is our woven Kevlar aramid fiber cone, superior dampening and modal breakup control. The tweeter this time is going to be silk dome diaphragm for smooth highs, extending the range up to 40 kilohertz. And then a really nice touch here, of course, you get that KRK light up logo, and you can adjust the brightness on that with the back panel. And when it's in standby mode, you'll see that fade in and out real nice and smooth there. And then last but not least, you've got the nice bass port here at the bottom with the Rokit logo. Let's take a quick look at the back panel and we can run through the connections and the LCD function screen. So we've got our friction lock Neutrik combo connector analog input here. It accepts a XLR 1/4-inch balanced TRS or unbalanced TS phone jack. You've got your power switch down here for on and off. You've got your IEC AC power inlet right here. And this function knob here is what you're going to use for navigating through the options on the LCD screen. As this boots up, you'll notice it'll go to our home screen first, and there we'll see the display, the levels, voicing modes, EQ and system settings, and then the screen will actually turn off automatically after 5 minutes to preserve screen life. So now that we're booted up, let's take a look at how to access the 3 voicing modes. I'm going to hit the center of my navigation button here, the function knob, and we're going to go to EQ. And then in the top left corner, you see mode. Right now it's in mix mode, okay? So that's gonna be exactly what it sounds like. That's for critical listening, mixing, and mastering. It's gonna give us a flat frequency and phase response. Next up, if I hit the center here of the function knob, we're now in focus mode. And if you see now, we've got the mids are now magnified. We've got a little bit more of mid focus for listening to instrumentation and vocals. And then finally, last, when I hit that function button again, you're going to be in create mode. That's gonna be great for writing, producing, tracking, making beats, and just casual listening. So let's take a quick listen now to the all new 3 voicing modes. So now let's take a look at how to dial these into your room. Let's take a look at the EQ options. Right now, I'm here at my home screen again. I'm hitting the center of the function knob. I'm gonna hit it again because I'm on the EQ window. And I'm gonna go to my low frequencies. Let's see what we can control there. There's the low selected there. The first one is going to be the low shelf cut. That's gonna roll off low end when the monitors are too close to the walls, okay? And then option number 2, you still have that low end roll off, but we also introduce a 200 Hertz desk filter. Next one, flat, just like what it sounds like, nice and clean, and nothing's altered here in case your room is super dialed in. And then EQ4, we're gonna be in the parametric mode here. So you've got a wide Q centered at 200 Hertz for that desk filter. This is basically gonna minimize low end mid buildup or muddiness that can occur when you've got those monitors sitting on a desktop. And then finally, at the end, we've got EQ5, which is your low shelf 2 dB boost. Basically, if you need a little bit more low end, it's up to you, it's your preference here. So just like you can adjust those options on the low end frequencies, we can also do that with the high frequencies. All I got to do here is, instead of being in the low mode, I just scroll over there with my function button. It says high EQ. Same thing applies here. I can choose to take away highs or I can choose to increase highs. So if you've got a less optimized acoustic space, or maybe your room has a lot of reflections or is bright sounding, you can take away some highs. And then on the other hand, if you want to increase the highs, maybe you've got a dark sounding room or a room that might be overly dampened, you can do all that here. So last but not least, you've got display settings. So I'll just back out of this EQ section here. I hit the flat button, hit the back button up here in the right corner. I'll go scroll over here to setup. And then you see the options for the display here. I've got a backlight, which will control the brightness. Contrast, this is gonna be useful once it's in place, once the monitor is where it needs to be. This can be adjusted so you can read it at a different angle or whatever angle that is best for you. It's a little bit easier to see it. And then finally, there is a standby toggle off and on. That's gonna control that standby feature. So when the monitor goes into sleep mode after 30 minutes of inactivity, you'll see that KRK logo nicely fade in and out. You can decide to toggle that feature on and off. And then you've also got control over the logo as well. Now there's 3 settings here for the logo. You can decide on the brightness. You can say keep it on full brightness or dim it, or then just have it completely off. And then finally, there is a factory reset button in case you want to restore the monitor to default factory settings. Once you've got everything dialed in, you've got that lock feature to secure your settings from accidentally being changed. And last but not least, a really cool feature on these new models, we've got these cool integrated mounting points on the bottom. So what you can do is you can use our KRK mounting brackets, and these can be used and applied for permanent installation like we have here in our KRK room for Dolby Atmos listening or just permanent wall installation. So real quick, make sure you hit the like button, ring the bell, and subscribe to our channel because it'll keep you up to date on future videos. So remember, all the links to these items are going to be in the description below. You can also visit our website direct and purchase there at krkmusic.com. So whether you're at home making beats by yourself or you're working in one of the biggest studios in the world, the KRKs are going to take you to where you need to be. They're super flexible, you can dial them into any environment, and they're going to make your tracks and your music sound fantastic. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Thanks for watching.